Good of you to join us, Owen. First and foremost, why should we, dog, cat, all animal lovers, but you're the dog expert, really keep focused on those lovely creatures in this dreadful weather? What are the dangers? What are the risks?
So there are real risks around the hot weather at the moment in terms of dogs, and everybody who's a dog owner needs to be aware of it. You shouldn't be exercising your dog in temperatures like this. So we're in a time when if you do need to get your dog out, you need to do it very early or late at the time. And dogs can be very badly affected by the heat. So we do need to be all very aware of it. But we've got that concern as dog owners. At the same time, we're seeing real increasing numbers of people getting very concerned, and actually some getting to a state of having to give up their dogs because of the cost of living. So these two things coming at once off the back of a pandemic does mean it's a little bit of a, it's the wrong phrase, but a perfect storm of concerns in the animal welfare world at the moment.
Absolutely. Tell me about it. I mean, the cost of food for dogs and cats and all pets is pretty blooming expensive anyway. And now water is under increasing control. What's your advice directly to somebody listening to this conversation thinking, look, yeah, I can barely pay my electricity bill. I'm afraid something's got to go, and it's going to be the dog. I mean, we live in the countryside and often see dogs just left at the side of the street, side of the road. It's heartbreaking. What should people do who are wrestling with those choices?
So I think nearly all dog owners, I know there's all sometimes exceptions, but nearly all dog owners want to do everything they can to give their dogs the best possible life that they can. And we are taking more calls than we've ever taken before from people who have got to the end of the road in terms of they just don't see a way that they can afford it. And unfortunately, we are taking more dogs in than we've taken in for a long time. And frankly, we will get to capacity at some point fairly soon if things don't change. I think there are some small-scale practical pieces of advice that I can give. So things like pet food. Be aware of the nutritional value of the pet food that you're giving your dog at the moment. And if you can replicate that with a cheaper product, you should. Similarly, with pet insurance, I would always tell people to maintain pet insurance because if those big bills come, that's going to help you. But you should search around for an equivalent price with the same level of cover. You might be able to get something cheaper. And then at a slightly bigger level, if you are struggling and you're starting to struggle, talk to us at Dogs Trust, talk to other animal welfare organisations early. We might be able to do some things to help. It's much harder to help if things have gone on for a long time and it's got to crisis point. So talk to us early on, and certainly go and look at our website. You might see some great tips on there that would really help.
Let me